Israel hadn't even stepped on the field when protests erupted outside the tournament. Calls to boycott the team. Protesters say they want Canada to not support Israel, even a softball game.
As a Palestinian, I'm actually appalled. It's really shocking. It's the bare minimum to ask that they cancel the game or that they ask them not to participate.
Protesters stood along the fence surrounding the softball field, holding signs and calling to free Palestine. One sign sporting a swastika. Police on the scene told CTV News the swastika was not being used as hate speech, so could remain. But it angered many Jewish sports fans there to watch Israel play.
For them to just flagrantly bring that swastika out to a softball tournament, I think it's absolutely atrocious. This is an unacceptable behavior, and I hope that people see it for what it is. Absolutely un-Canadian.
The event organizers say the tournament is about playing the game, not politics.
We have teams here that we may not agree with politically as a nation, but we're a sport and we just play sports.
For Team Israel, they say the softball field isn't the place for these discussions.
I think the sports has to be left alone. If they have political issues and things like that, they should keep it political in places where, the politicians are. They should leave the young ladies that are here and just let everybody play and see how we can maybe have more unity around the world just by these sports events.
Protesters say they'll keep demonstrating at events like this wherever Israel shows up. Gabriela Panza Beltrandi, CTV News.
I'm Dana Meisey. I've walked for 10 years and I hiked the Trans-Canada Trail. It was a dream since I was a little kid, and then I heard about the Trans-Canada Trail and I thought, well, if I was going to do it, it would be that way. But then I just kept working at my regular job.
Yeah, it takes less than 5 minutes to get it off of the truck, usually into place of where people want it at night.
Brian Abma started building and selling portable wood-fired hot tubs in October 2021. He also rents them out for Valentine's Day, bachelor parties, and any other event. He's booked every weekend through February and getting more calls every day.
Experiences are really important to me and for my values, and I think a lot of other people share that similar enthusiasm about doing really unique things with special people to build those lasting memories for sure.
Abma's hot tubs work like a wood stove, but instead of heating your home, you get a hot pool within a few hours. All you need is a water source. They don't use chemicals and don't take long to set up.
Next, we're just going to make sure it's really great and level, and that way then you have equal amount of water in the tub, and we'll get the tub filled up. That takes about 45 minutes or so, and then after that we'll get our fire lit. Terry.
But Abma's aren't the only wood-fired hot tubs in town. Terry Johnson brought this one from another local company in 2019.
I love it. It's great for out at the cabin.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Good to just hop in.
Wood-fired not your thing? There are still plenty of options.
Here it sits.
Eco Cafe opened in January. It's a typical cafe, but they started seeing more customers thanks to this wall's popularity online.
Had a very busy month when someone put on TikTok and people were coming.
We're aiming to have fun content, whether it's on TikTok or Instagram, to be able to kind of reach our ideal market, right? Definitely Instagram and TikTok right now are our number one things that we're thinking about every time we're doing some sort of business planning.
The Academy's right. Their location is a popular photo spot. For consumers, they use things like Instagram to decide where to go.
Sometimes I even just open Instagram and just search the hashtag Yeg Eats or something, and to be like, oh, what's the new place that I haven't been to or I haven't heard about. Even places like Kingsway Mall are taking advantage of empty spaces, turning them into photo opportunities. They bring people in and keep them coming back for that perfect selfie. Chartier Restaurant and Bakery has been a popular spot in Beaumont for the past 7 years. But in just the last couple of years, the owners came up against COVID, inflation, and supply chain issues. And don't forget the cost of goods. Some of their produce has gone up 200%. That's making the restaurant lean on their customers. They're bringing in crisis pricing, making their menu 15% more expensive. The owners say right now, it feels like many restaurants have a silent disease slowly killing them.
He didn't deserve what he got.
A crowd of about 50 people gathered at the corner of Heritage Road and Henry Avenue to mourn Brian Burland. The 38-year-old man was killed yesterday during a violent attack that left 2 others injured. Burland was from Cold Lake First Nations. Family members here at the vigil were smudging and playing drums. Burland's brother-in-law says the family were going for a walk when the group was attacked. Berland told them to run. Kelly Bartley isn't a big fan of doing nothing. With a few weeks to kill before starting a new job, she decided to put her love of cleaning to good use. Knowing that it's not always easy for everyone to keep up with housework,
anxiety was so bad that I physically could not force myself to do my laundry or take the dishes out of my room. I just kind of want to help them get to a base point in their lives where that's not causing them any stress anymore.
The response was immediate. 45 people ended up asking for help, including Stacey Brayton. She has an autoimmune disorder that attacks her lungs and kidneys. She's on dialysis and doesn't have the energy to clean much.
When you don't have support, like home support or family to rely on, it's nice to know that somebody out in the community cares about people that are disabled or have issues with just doing day-to-day things.
And Brayden isn't alone.